Welcome back, everybody. This is Excel video 436, and I'm Nate Moore. Back to the same pre-auth list here. I've changed the macro that this little button runs, or the VBA code, and let me show you what it does. Remember last time we could do bold and red, and now what I've done is I've said, hey, if it's not bold and red, I want you to make it not bold and green. And I want to show you how I did that in today's Excel video. So what we've got is we've got what's called an else clause. Remember, in the last Excel video, we had if, and then we had a couple of things to do. And in fact, this is what we had. Make it bold and make the color, the font color, red if the value is not Medicare. Now what we've done to that if statement is we said, okay, if this column 2's value isn't Medicare, do this. Well, what if it is? That's what this else statement does. If this is true, it's going to do this and this. If it's not true, then it's going to go to the else statement and it's going to do this. And what it's going to do is it's going to take those same 4 cells in the row and turn them green. That's what this 4 is, as opposed to red with 3. That's what an else statement does. Let's make it a bit more complex and scroll down a bit to here. What we're going to do here is we're going to say, hey, what can we add this, maybe make it a little bit more complicated, add a little bit more logic, because all we're doing here is saying, hey, what if it's Medicare? Well, that's great, but what if I've already had a pre-authorization? I don't want it to go red and bold. If I've already got a pre-authorization, tell me. So here's the change in the logic. What we're going to do is we're going to say, if A, remember A is the row we're on, and column 2 is not Medicare, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use this and keyword. So we're going to throw more logic in our if statement. If this is true, it's not Medicare, and this is true, what this is empty is going to do is it's going to say, hey, go out to the same row that I'm on, but don't look in column 2 for the value. Look in column 4. Column 4 is where the pre-auth number is. And tell me if there's a pre-auth number in 4. If there's not a pre-auth number in 4 and it's not Medicare, then I want to go red and bold. Otherwise, let's go see what's going on. Well, now I've got another syntax, another way to structure this if statement, and it's called else if. Remember up here we did, here's what we're going to do if it's true, here's what we're going to do if it's false. What we did here is we said, we're going to check this, the value Medicare, and this is column 4 empty. If those are both true, then we're going to do this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say else if, which says, okay, now, I don't care if this was false. I want to go test something else instead. What else did is it said, all right, if it's not true, we're going to do this. What else if says, if it's not true, well, let's go see if this is true. You see the difference? We're throwing another test here, whereas here, after else, we just did something. Here's our test. If cells A, the row we're on, comma 4, so if the row we're on, the 4th column, column D, has an asterisk in it, that's our code. That tells us that we've started the pre-authorization. We don't have the number in there yet. We don't have it yet, but we've submitted it. We're waiting for the payer to respond or whatever. So else if there's an asterisk in column 4, then make it a different color. That's what this is going to do. So let's go clean up what we had over here. Make all the fonts black, get rid of the bold, and let's come back over, whoops. There. Let's run this thing. So now what we're going to do is say if it's Medicare and empty, go red. If the pre-auth started, I don't care who the insurance is now. All I want to know is if the pre-auth started with that asterisk in column D, then let's see what it does. So here we go. This is red because there's no pre-auth number and it's not Medicare. This is blue because there's an asterisk here. And this one stays black. I don't do anything here. I just leave it alone because I have a number. Or here I leave it alone because this is Medicare. Does that make sense? What we can do is put multiple tests. If this is true, else if this is true, and then you can put an else at the end if you want to. You can build multiple layers. You can nest the if statements and get exactly the logic you're looking for with this if statement construct. Stay tuned. I've got one more way to make this if thing just a bit more complicated. We'll do it in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.